drink and party, if you want to, curse, if you want to, make music and do poetry and
Exactly.
talk
If it
about
makes
certain
you
things, man.
happy and it makes you feel
Yeah.
complete, do it. It doesn't matter what the world thinks. The world's going to think things of you your whole lifetime, but you only have one lifetime. So you're going to have to live that to make yourself happy and forget what everybody else has to say about it. It doesn't matter what they think you look like. If you're happy with what you look like, if you're happy with what you produce, and you're happy with what you do, at night you can lay down and go to sleep without it being on your conscience. You didn't do anything fucking wrong. Fuck them.
Exactly.
I love
Just be
that.
yourself. Keep it real. I love it. Yeah.
Definitely love that, man.
I think we
In
should
terms
get
of,
into. You
yeah.
want to say something?
Oh, no. Well, you were actually going to
I wanted
drop
to
that,
drop Rock Bottom, another one of her
Okay.
poems, and then we'll talk about it. We'll discuss it after. So let's get into it. So this is Rock Bottom, a poem by Kathryn Ramirez. Let's go.
This one's called Rock Bottom. It's a song that I'm going to go ahead and just read it. It's okay to be somebody's rock bottom. Just go on and live just like you forgot them when they won't change. Just walk away when there's nothing that you can say. Don't believe excuses. Oh, it's the drug that abuses, so they'll never change. Until you be somebody's rock bottom. Just go on and live just like you forgot them and pray that they change. Look, bro, this isn't vicious. I'm not being malicious. It's not an attack if I wishes. I've got the best of intentions, a matter of prevention. So let me have your attention, because what you're doing is contagious, living life full of rage and just tripping balls, bouncing off of them walls, sending your suicidal texts and your threatening calls. What's wrong with y'all? I guess the mighty do fall. But for me, though, it ends today. I'm closing chapter, and I'm stepping away. There's nothing left to say. You'll still get high anyway, no matter what I say. You never seem to change. I refuse to find you OD'd one day, but every day. For you, I will pray that you change. But right now, I need to step away, 'cause it's okay to be somebody's rock bottom. Just go on and live just like you forgot them and pray that they'll change. Just walk away when there's nothing that you can say. Don't believe excuses. Oh, it's the drug that abuses, so they'll never change. Until you be somebody's rock bottom. Just go on and live just like you forgot them and pray that they change. Look at you, lost in this insanity, living for your vanity. What happened to your humanity? That stupid drug means more than me. How could you let that be? What happened to my brothers, the ones who respected our mother? Where's he at? Bring him to life. This isn't you. You got a demon on the inside, and you need to fight. Fight, 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 fuck. All we fucking do is fight. And it ain't right. Your mistakes are affecting my life, but not tonight. No, not tonight. Not this night nor any more nights, 'cause I'm reclaiming my fucking life. Don't misread the tears in my eyes. It is the saddest of goodbyes. But I won't watch you die. I love you, and I can't watch you die. I'll walk away with my head held high. I guess all I can say is that, hey, I tried. Hold on to my pride, and I'll say goodbye until you hit bottom and you finally find that you have gone mad, gone lost your damn mind. And I can't sit here and watch you die. So with my hands and my head held high, I'm screaming at you, and I'm yelling goodbye. 'Cause it's okay to be somebody's rock bottom. Just go on and live just like you forgot them and pray that they change. Just walk away when if there's nothing that you can say. Don't believe excuses. It's the drug that abuses, so they'll never change until you be somebody's rock bottom. Just go on and live just like you forgot them and pray that they change. Yep, it's okay to be somebody's rock bottom. Just go on and live just like you forgot them when they won't change. Just walk away when there's nothing that you can say. Don't believe excuses. It's the drug that abuses, so they'll never change until you be somebody's rock bottom. Just go on and live just like you forgot them. And pray they change.
Wow, that was Rock Bottom by Kathryn Ramirez. And wow, that was a really dark one. I liked it though.
Very nice one.
Yeah, that one was a really tough one for me to write myself.
Definitely.
That one was
something. Elaborate on that. And one question I had is, I heard a lot stuff about drugs, and did you experience, like, people in your life that use drugs or anything like that? Like,
well, yeah, actually, this poem's pretty current. It's actually pretty fresh. I broke down one day and finally decided to just throw everything that I was feeling into paper and not care anymore if I spoke those words or did not avoid that big elephant standing in the room. But it's very real to me, and it does affect me. I wouldn't say my daily life, because there's a distance between me and these said individuals, but it does bear a huge burden up on me still, because it's a problem that not just affects my family, but it affects this whole nation's families, because we're living in a world where it's glorified to be like into those hardcore drugs. Like for me, I'm sorry, I think weed is perfect. You don't need anything more strong than that. But the other ones can be very detrimental to our society, and to me, in my personal life as well, it was.
Right. I love California for the the medical marijuana use. I really do. It's even hard to express my love. But I agree. I agree that cannabis, the medical use of cannabis, is definitely something that people should really look into. My last interview with Morgana Speaks, a poet and Native American, she was actually talking to me about the medical use of alcohol. And that was very interesting, because, we do definitely follow the medicinal use of marijuana.
Absolutely. There are a lot of substances that are 100% natural that will take away ailments, and there's no problem with that. The problem that comes in when you're adding man-made materials to those things.
Right.
And that's when you get, the crazies. But for me, 100%, I support medical marijuana. I'm a user of medical marijuana, and it works.
Beautiful.
Well,
and that is real, and that is loud.
Definitely supports the
100%. See, I used to I still do have a seizure disorder, but I used to be on several medications for that. And those medications, man, the side effects were like you wouldn't even believe. And since I've been on medical marijuana, it's been 3 years, and I've treated it like normal. I quit taking the medications, the pharmaceutical medications, and it is working for me. My life is 110% better than it was before I was introduced to marijuana.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And it's funny, because it is a little bittersweet poetic, because I have, friends and relatives in Florida, and there was, I haven't kept up to date with it now, but a few years ago, there was that epidemic of the use of the painkillers, the painkiller clinics that are prevalent in Florida, especially Broward County, and doctors, prescribe this medication in the use of several things: schizophrenia, just pain relief, a whole number of things that really are highly addictive and devastating. Devastating to the person and to the communities that they're involved in. So, you know what? Thank goodness for California.
Definitely want to speak on that. A lot of people aren't aware of, and at Real Live Radio, we want to make our viewers and our listeners aware. So, not too many people are aware that, prescription medication is just as bad as those street drugs.
It's actually worse. If you go and get the Walgreens pamphlet and you look at the side effects list and then the side effects list, it'll scare you. But if you look at the side effects of marijuana, it's only hungry, happy, sleepy, and calm.
Yeah,
it sounds like the seven dwarfs.
I've heard of people. I mean, there's so many people that have, overdosed and have, killed themselves over prescription medication. I mean, celebrities,
Heath
actors,
Ledger died
singers.
from Ambien. I think it was
Yeah,
Ambien.
and that's a sleeping medication that they give in psycho wards in hospitals for patients that are trying to um, come off of another drug, and so it's like you're going to these rehab places and they're trying
Substitution
to get
is
off
it's
something
not a
else, and
solution.
yeah, it's not. It's just a quick band-aid, substitution for what you've been taking for years, and it's like okay, people do this and they think that they pop a Xanax and they're good. It's like no, eventually it's gonna get worse, and then when you're off the medication, your anxiety is gonna be even worse, and you're gonna have panic attacks even more.
Your
And people
tolerance
aren't
is
aware of
lower,
that.
and that's how people end up killing themselves. That's why it's these
People don't know
pharmaceutical
what they're
meds that
putting
they
in their
get
bodies
people addicted
anymore,
to.
and it's affecting their brain chemistry, and it's like if people aren't aware of that, and I'm glad that you touched upon that in your poem about the drugs, and you've seen that.
Yeah,
And
see, the rock bottom in itself has absolutely zero things to do with medical marijuana or anything
right,
natural, for that
yeah,
example. It has zero to do with that. It's about these man-made ones that
yep,
will make people do the worst things that has nothing to do with who they are as a person. If it makes you do something horrible that you would never do, don't touch it.
yeah, it's
And
like being
the
possessed
rock
by a
bottom,
demon.
that's like my reflection of what I've witnessed those types of substances do to my family and myself. Like it's just this is my vent poem. I wasn't really expecting anybody to like this one.
Wow. What do you because we did an episode on Robin Williams, and what is your take on the whole Robin Williams suicide? Like, how do you feel about it, and what do you think went wrong in Robin's life, and to cause him to do something like that and commit suicide?
Honestly, this is part of the reason why I think, in Robin Williams' case, I think that man just dedicated his whole entire life to making sure that everybody else around him had a smile on his face, and then he put that smile on his face, but he was suffocating in like bottled up emotions that he just didn't feel comfortable showing to other people because he's used to being the funny guy. And then you also throw him as a comedian into this society where everything that you have to say offends somebody, and then you're attacked by, like, main media. Everybody's saying, oh, you're a horrible person because you offended this group, you offended that group. Well, I have news for you. The Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, was put in place to protect your right to say things that may be offensive to other people. And these comedians, they're put under too much pressure because they need to make everybody laugh, but they can't offend somebody from this group, so they're not allowed to speak on it. And I think that that's why you're seeing a lot of comedians like fall under depression, because it's too much stress. How can you take something that's supposed to be in the context of a joke and you ruin their life by it? I think that played a role in Robin Williams, as well as, hopefully there will be no more suicide amongst the comedians. But suicide in general, it's really hard. I've lost a few people myself to suicide, and I wish that they would have found a more creative outlet, a new way to show the world what they were feeling instead of acting out in a harmful way to themselves. I think that picking up the pen, picking up the brush, making something, whatever you have to do to express that in a constructive way. I think that art really can change the world in that way.
Let me ask you this then. You're definitely a real loud person. Even before we got you on the show, as a real loud artist, you're a real loud person. And I really want to thank you. We want to thank you for coming on and just letting it.
No, it's my honor. Thank you. I'm really, really excited. This is my first interview ever. I've never really read my poems out loud before, and this is a great opportunity, and I really completely humbled and honored to be on Real Loud Radio.
Thank you. We are definitely humbled.
Thank you for
honored.
coming on. And it's crazy. Just the other day, I was on another radio show called The Subjective Perspective by Nikki, and I spoke on his show.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, so shout outs to Nikki, Subjective Perspective. Shout outs to Button Roach, part of the network, New Edition. And I was on, one of his episodes. He had interviewed two gentlemen, two artists out of